snow was a possibility for this game, and the weather was happy to oblige with a nice layer of white over Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium, and we got more snow on the way. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys came up short their last time out, trying to get back in the win column here. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys set to go on this Christmas Eve. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
That's a gain of 5.
Now Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 82 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hamlet staying on his feet. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Helping out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Tackle there by Big Jordan Davis. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to throw. Hamlet. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. The Ravens are 12-2 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Hamlet. And this one is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, it's Johnson. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
34-yard line.
They give up the middle to Johnson. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 14 carries, 69 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it from the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
A gain of 2.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Steelers first down. First and 10.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Dashing through the snow. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of the defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Wilson. This is caught by McMillan. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Torrey Taylor in punt formation.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they should wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. First down, here's Mitchell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Hamlin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's good for Baltimore.
The toss left side for Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Tackle back at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw. Hamlin. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Drops this underneath, it's Mitchell. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22.
A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
He'll air this one out from Mims. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hamlin. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
That's good for Baltimore. 1st down. It's a gain of 32. 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and goal, Baltimore.
Sampson. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Dylan Sampson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's out just shy of the 40. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Now, we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. few completions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Gets past one man. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That is caught. Down the left sideline. They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Christian Watson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. On his loop for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
For a Steelers first down. 1st and 10.
Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Throwing is Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Steelers send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And with a 24-0 lead already in hand, really no reason to try to do anything too crazy here. Throwing to start the drive. Hamlin. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll look to throw now on first down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And that one too wide and incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
4 yards to go.
Back to throw again. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Looking to put a drive together. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll go empty backfield now on 3rd and a yard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Raven first down.
They'll run on first down. Sampson. And he stopped immediately there. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's going to keep this again. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Hamlin. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now. Standing right around the midfield stripe. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Looking to put a drive together. Wilson. They'll find McMillan here. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Slot man moves right. Well, they'll fake the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Steelers.
Now Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
they go back to the ground to Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Now a second and 10. Now it's Wilson. They'll check this down to Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion. There's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Mike Green in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Grubbs. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. From the 20, here's second and 5. They'll try the left side. Sampson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Third and 8. Operating from the gun. Hamlin. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Back to throw. Hamlin. And that'll be incomplete. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Checks this down to Sampson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Wilson. This is caught by McMillan. This offense so far on 3rd down, pretty anemic, very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A short one there to Fryermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Steelers
to throw is Wilson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Wilson.
40-yard line.
A short one there to Fryermuth. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And here's Fryermuth again. They'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now it's Wilson.
And
he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Nabi Matabike in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
that's another.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Under pressure, and they get to it again. Nabi Matabike picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers trying, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
It's a gain of 10.
On first down, Sampson. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Playing the snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hamlin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll try and do this, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. We're facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Throwing Jones. A short one there to Fryermuth. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as
The dawn of a new season brings the dawn of a new era for this franchise. There's a new coach in charge, tasked with guiding this team to the peak of the NFL. For someone with dreams of reaching Canton, this first day and their first interview will set the stage for a career to come. Some turmoil threatens their roster in the early season. A challenge has been made for a top spot.
Second 19. Hut, hut. Ready? 18 Cardinal. Let's go now. Ready?